The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate. Storm season is here. You need to get your roof checked. Also, affordable listings still in Ocala and so much more to get to. It's all just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate.
You Have Real Estate is proudly sponsored by Renewal by Andersen, your full-service window and door replacement company. Learn more at rbafla.com.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate, brought to you by my wonderful friends at Renewal by Andersen. I am your host, Justin Clark. Wonderful show ahead for you today, but first, the opening statement. You know, a lot of people have made a lot of money in real estate the last couple years. The prices have skyrocketed, as you know. What is the status of the market right now? But also, those people that have made money in real estate, what tax consequences do they have? Also, this is a very scary time of year with the rains and storms approaching. If your roof is not in wonderful shape, what can you do about that? And also, affordability remains a major problem for people right now. Not so much, though, in Ocala. We're going to answer all of those questions for you by asking real questions. Every weekend here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Kick it off today with two people I know very well. Real estate agent extraordinaire, broker Jay Telenda's here. Jay, how are you, man? Long time no see.
Good to see you again, Justin.
Tax accountant Brian Fay is here. Brian, how are you?
Hello, good.
Jay, let me start with you, because a lot of people have made a lot of money these last almost 3 years as the market has skyrocketed. What do you see going on, though, right now in the residential market?
Right now, it is at an impasse. We have low inventory and high rates, and so sellers are holding back because where are they going to go with those rates? But it's a really good time to buy because there's so many on the sideline, so many buyers on the sideline waiting for rates to drop, that when they do drop, then the values go up, right? Because the demand is there. Builders are building as fast as they can. There's limitations with the supply chain, and there's also concerns with the market, with the mortgage market and the bonds. And so right now it's really an impasse, but things are still moving, and it looks like values will continue to rise at least over the next year.
What do you think will happen the rest of this year? A lot of people are saying, well, we're going to have a market collapse. I don't believe that. I don't think you believe it either.
You know, that's been my background for 30 years. No, there is not people have equity in their homes. They have a lot of equity. There is going to be, in the recession, we sold a lot of foreclosures to big hedge funds, and we are going to start bringing those to market, and that will ease up that inventory tightness and loosen it up a little bit. We are getting ready in a few weeks to start with the pilot program, starting just a few hundred homes, but a few hundred. It will make a dent, and we'll see, and then there's thousands behind that will be coming to market between this year and probably through the end of next year. It'll take a while because we're not going to saturate the market. We'll just let it out a little bit slow. So you will see more activity this year and all the way through the end of next year at least.
So, Brian, a lot of people have made a lot of money over the last couple of years as the market has gone up so significantly, so quickly. And so a lot of people are walking away from the closing table with a big fat check. What does that do to them IRS-wise?
Well, it depends on a couple different levels. Is it your personal home? Is it a commercial home? Is it a rental home? All of those things matter. You can have exempt up to $250,000, $500,000, depending on your filing status. Whether it's a rental property or not, all that stuff matters.
Yeah, so let's say it's just my primary home. I've lived there for 10 years with my family, and I'm ready to downsize. I sell that. Am I going to get hit with taxes?
Potentially. Most of it should be exempt because you have an exemption for partial of the exempt, up to $250,000, $500,000, depending on your filing status.
What about a rental property, a second home? I sell that, make a lot of money. Tax consequences?
there's capital gains involved in that.
Really?
And yeah, so but also you can talk about a 1031 exchange. There's other things you can do to allocate the distribution, the capital gains down the line, basically.
I'm hearing the IRS has hired a bunch of agents or something like that. Is there any truth to this rumor?
They hire them, they fire them, they hire them, fire them. Yes, I've heard that as well. Yes, they did hire a bunch of new agents now. What they're doing, I'm not sure. But yes, it's potentially something.
Do you see them doing more audits and more collection activities over the next year?
I have noticed a lot of pickup in the audits, and my clients have seen a lot of letters coming to them. Collection activity has picked up, yes.
Wow. Brian, Faye, good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank
Jay,
you.
always a pleasure. We have to get together. We've been saying that for a long time, but it's been way too long.
Yes.
Nice to meet your mom and everyone over there, too. Here's what we're going to do. When we return, this can be a scary time of year for some of you if your roof is not in good shape. The storms are ahead, the rain every single day. It's scary. What should you do about it? It's just ahead as You Have Real Estate continues. Do you have allergies? Do your children have allergies? Well, at least you know in your home you are safe from allergies, right? No, you're not. The windows in your home can be giving allergies a major boost to your family, and this is very scary. Dan Brigman's here, Renewal by Anderson. You think when you're in your house, you're safe from all this outdoor stuff, but you're not.
You're absolutely right. You think so, but what we've learned is as the season gets warmer and these allergies start to come out, what also happens is our AC runs a lot more, right? When your AC runs, remember, there's a return in the house. It's sucking air from somewhere. If you have broken seals in your window, that pollen, those allergenic, anything can be pulled through there, and the more that AC is running, the more those allergies that are coming into your home, and therefore you're waking up stuffed up.
Get your windows checked out. QR code is on the screen right now. You talk about AC, though. When I hear my AC running, I immediately think my electricity bill. Oh, my gosh, it's that time of year where I have to pay a ton of money to my electricity bill. Windows, though, contribute to that bill as well. 100%.
It's time to put a stop to the high energy bills. You have to. And there's a lot of other reasons to make the investment, but that's one of the biggest ones. What will happen is when you replace these windows, which equate to about 25% of the square foot of your home, that's a lot of glass. That's one whole wall of the house. All of that sun beating in, and on even the chilly days, that heat that you have inside going out, that will reduce your energy bill somewhere between the neighborhood of 20 and 30%. In most cases, will reduce that payment enough to pay for the windows themselves.
I love it, Dan. Thank you. Great job as always. Do yourself a favor. Check out your windows today with Renewal by Anderson. Every weekend, thanks to our great friends at Universal Roof and Contracting, we get to tour an amazing community throughout Central Florida. Today, Vivs in Your Neighborhood visits New Smyrna Beach.
We're going to tour New Smyrna Beach, 17 miles of white sandy beaches and an intercoastal waterway that lends itself to plenty of water sports and waterside dining. This little town is full of shops and restaurants for tourists and locals alike. Even though it's a great tourist spot, it's also a favorite for those seeking a second home for those weekend getaways. What's a beach town without a gift shop? Towels, sunscreen, and commemorative Florida knickknacks are what sells. I'm pretty sure there's one on every block. Between I-95 and I-4, you'll find there's plenty of buildable property, and many builders are great. I had a chance to tour a home by Newberry Construction. I was not only impressed by their quality work, but happy to see that shirts are optional when on the job site. Median household income is about $75,000. The median home price in 2023 was $430,000. We all know it always comes back to food, so I want to highlight one of my favorites, the garlic. Eclectic but cozy. Authentic Italian flavors keep this restaurant at full capacity. Stop by Big Mike's Burgers on the way home from the beach too. You'll thank me later. Right by the beach, you can access Indian River Lagoon with more than 400 species of birds, dolphins, manatees, and more. Endless hiking, biking, water trails for the avid explorer. If you'd like more information about New Smyrna Beach or for a second home, contact me, Vivian Lehman, at 407-205-0400.
Thank you, Vivian. I love New Smyrna Beach for sure. And speaking of universal roof and contracting, so happy to have Justin and Cory. It's been a few minutes. What's up, guys? How are you?
Yeah, we miss you.
Doing great, man. Doing great.
This time of year is scary for some people, not just because we know the heat is coming, but for people who have a roof where they don't know just how good their roof is right now, they're nervous because we know rain is coming and it's likely we're going to have some bad storms as well. What are some things I can do to prepare my roof or make sure my roof's okay for hurricane season?
I mean, first and foremost, I think the best practice you can ever have as a responsible homeowner when it comes to your roof, be proactive. You know, when you know these things are coming up on the calendar and you know seasons are about to start, get ahead of it. Make sure you give us a call. Have us come out there. These inspections are 100% free. They're complimentary, and we can diagnose things. We can point out some vulnerabilities. Really, we just want to put you in the direction to know you are going to be able to weather the storm season. And if not, we want to be able to take care of something pretty promptly and urgently. So if you can't be proactive, the next best thing is to be urgent. So making a decision really quick after we do an inspection is going to be your best bet. But ultimately, just making sure you have your roof in good sound condition. There's no granule loss, no nail pops, anything like that that we see that we could point out. It's all a courtesy to you.
I've heard though, well, it's too late right now to get it ready for hurricane season because a roof's going to take 6 months, 9 months, a year before I get the product there, before my roof gets installed. Is that true? And how long does it really take?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we're actually very efficient at what we do. So we're just a couple weeks out. I mean, Justin talking about the inspection, I mean, we'll come out the week that you call, no problem. From there, if we decide that a repair or a replacement's in need, that'll all happen in a matter of a couple of weeks. We have no problem allocating materials. The one material that's taken a little bit of time in the state of Florida right now is tile. So if you have a tile roof, there could be a little bit of a wait period for material there, no matter who your roofer is. But everything else, I mean, we're right on top of it.
Yeah, if your roof is old or you see leaks especially, you need to get them out here today to get your roof repaired, replaced, whatever it's going to take. QR code is on the screen right now. It'll go directly to Justin and Cory. They will come out and see you right away. And you do business differently than other roofing companies. What I've noticed is a lot of people have some mistrust in roofing companies because there have been some bad ones come through. You've been around a long time. You just do things differently.
We do, and that's been the sentiment behind our company from the very beginning. To say we're a 31-year-old company under the same name and ownership in the same market, not only is that unheard of in our market, it's unheard of in the industry. So that comes with a lot of trust and really a lot of just proven methods that show that we're doing things the right way in the ethical way. I can't tell you how many times Cory and I will actually get off a roof inspection and give the homeowners a clean bill of health, a thumbs up, show them pictures of how sound their roof actually is. And people value that. I think there's such a lack of education and even an attempt to almost, when you're a roofer, you're almost already deemed a con artist, right? So that reputation is out there based on how the industry has been ran for the last decade and a half. And we're opposite of that. And we've been that way since day one. I think that's carrying us through 3 decades now plus of doing something right. And I think the proof is there.
Yeah, I think especially in Florida with the storm chasers that we have every time hurricane season rolls through, I think that has given somewhat of a bad rap to roofing companies, not you. In fact, a lot of roofing companies won't even do this inspection that we're talking about. They literally will have aerial photos and just email you a quote. Isn't that how it works sometimes?
Yeah, and I think that's part of what's caused homeowners to have their guard up, is that's what they're experiencing. And we're huge believers, we say this all the time, about putting boots on the roof. I mean, there are so many nuances to how a roof is constructed, minute problems that cause major, concerns with the longevity of the roof that you can't see from a satellite or a drone or any of those kind of things. You got to get up and actually, feel the roof and see if there's soft spots and see what the transitions look like and what the quality of the roof is like. And from there, we're able to give, an estimate up front, a scope of work that makes sense on the front end so that there's no surprises on the back end.
Yeah, the roof is the most important part of the home, and some people don't want to stroke a big check, and I understand that. Sure. You give them the ability to sort of pay over time, and you make it easy. You don't make payment the obstacle.
No, absolutely not. In fact, I tell my reps all the time, we never want to lose business over a technicality. If there's a payment term that we need to get flexible on for the benefit of the homeowner in order to do business, we're going to do that. You know, we want to save homeowners from going with shady contractors and things like that because we genuinely care, and that's why we put our heart out in the community. But no, flexible financing is a part of our everyday sales pitch, I guess. You know, we want to make sure people have an option so that they're not back into a corner and forced to liquidate, you know, retirement funds and things like that. So flexible financing is something we offer on every single roof replacement.
Yeah, and they did my roof. What a wonderful job at my house,
Thank
too.
you.
Justin, Cory, always a pleasure to see you both. Do yourself a favor right now, okay? Visit Universal Roof and Contract and QR code here. Call me. These guys literally did the roof on my house, and I could not be happier. Very quick break. You Have Real Estate continues. When our AC unit broke, it was clearly broken. We knew we had to get
broken.
it was done. It was, you would say, toast.
It was toast.
But there are some things out there that people, maybe it's not totally broken. There are 8 ways that you know it is time to upgrade your AC system. Number 1, your electricity bill. A drastic increase in that electricity bill, that's how you know.
Number 2, unusual noises or odors. It can smell.
I thought that was just you.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, you might be smelling more because your AC unit is not working.
It's not cooling or heating efficiently anymore at all.
And you can tell if there's poor airflow to your unit.
Dripping water or producing too much humidity. We don't like humidity at all.
No, absolutely not. And constant repairs. I mean, you don't want the AC people out all the time.
And you can't even buy the parts anymore because they're already discontinued. That's when you know it's too old.
The refrigerant that it uses has a high global warming potential.
In my case, I had to replace the air conditioning unit in my new home because, again, it was just broken. So what did I do? I replaced it with the Duquesne Lynx inverter, and believe me, it's been an amazing choice. With Duquesne Lynx, I sleep like a baby every single night because it's incredibly quiet thanks to its quiet shift feature. Also, being a quick link inverter technology unit, I'm saving on electricity consumption and, of course,
money.
Show me the money.
That's what it's all about.
Duquesne Lynx inverter heat pump offers a high efficiency of up to 18 SEER and up to 10 HSPF. It also provides 5 modes of operation, 3 cooling and 2 heating modes. To learn more, look at the information on your screen right now. Thank you, Duquesne. Welcome back to the show. So you want to install a pool, but you've heard all of these rumors lately that, getting a pool is going to take a year, 2 years. They're going to run off with your money, and you're going to have to fight with them every step of the way to have that pool installed. Because since the whole construction boom over the last couple of years, we've all heard that rumor. We have. Is that rumor true? I think it might be with some companies. I don't think it is with Aquascapes Pools and Spas. David Martineaux here. Dave, how are you, buddy? Good to see you.
I'm good. How are you doing this morning?
You've heard these rumors as well.
Well, we've seen it. There's 2 companies that I will not name that you can Google that did fold.
Yeah.
We had as much as 211 pools open holes that other companies
What?
have had. Yes, companies.
211 that they did the digging, and that's it.
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
So various stages. Some got a shell, some got half a deck. It's been a challenge.
Mike,
we haven't been the one to go behind all of them, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of empty holes.
Mike Newberry joins me as well. You've built a lot of houses, and I think you actually experienced this problem with your business. You were hiring pool companies, and they were doing nothing, or you had to chase them constantly. Nothing more frustrating.
No, that is so true, and that is why, Aquascapes, David, we're so happy, so blessed to have him on board with us to build our pools. And I got to tell you that David caters to the builders. If other builders out there are needing a pool builder or whatever, this is the guy to call because he pays attention. And when you're a custom builder and you're building a pool along with the house, they have to go hand in hand. They're permitted separately, but the CO is concurrent with each other. And if that doesn't happen, guess what? It's the builder's fault.
Yeah.
It's always the builder's fault.
Of course.
And so I am, Newberry is very particular on pool, especially when it comes to pool builders, and it doesn't get any better with David, and our styles are the same. We just get along. And he's a man of his word. When he says he's going to be there, he's there.
So I know I'm watching at home. I know I want to install a pool. I know I want it to have water, and I know I want it to have probably some rocks around it or something, but that's it. I don't build pools for a living. You can really help guide me through that design process.
100%. I think you saw the program we use. We use a VIP suite, Justin. We design live, 3D in color. Begins a black and white print, takes about 90 minutes, but we design the whole pool live 3D. You can rotate the pool, go through your money shot typically, which is sliding glass doors. Once the model's built, you can say, David, move it 2 foot left, move it 2 foot right, but it's to the millimeter, and it's in live full color. We've never dug a hole or put a pool in the ground, and they're like, oh, I thought it would be smaller, I thought it would be lighter or darker.
Yeah.
We take a lot of time to do it right.
And they've seen it. They've almost seen it right there on the screen before. They know what they're going to get. And I don't want you making any commitments here or anything, but time has been something I've been getting complaints about a lot. It's taking too long to put my pool in. It's taken a year and a half. I'm having to call this guy constantly to get my pool installed. I know it's not like that with you, but what are some reasonable expectations of time?
Depending on the municipality zoning, where we have to go to zoning and permitting, it could be 6 weeks in permitting. Used to be, I could go in Justin at 8:30 in Orange County with my package, leave at 9:30 with a stamp.
Really?
Yeah, then COVID came.
And
it all became thumb drives, internet, and a lot of them, they've all learned now that thumb drives and internet are better. So you submit, it could be 4, it could be 6 weeks. During that time, we address the HOA. We want those to coincide. Winter Garden, one municipality, will not take my permit package until the HOA has approved the pool. So there's a 45-day wait to get into engineering and permitting. Build time, 3 to 4 months. Once we get there, but it could be 60 days before we're in the ground.
That's way less than I thought, honestly. If I were going to get a pool installed right now, I would think it's going to take a year, because that's just what I've been told. But you've run a great business for many, many years, and I think you kind of figured it out in a lot of ways.
Thank you. Larger projects will take longer. Let me
of
caution
course,
you there.
like this one.
Something like for you might take a bit longer.
I don't know. I don't
when you add 2-story grottos and waterfalls and lazy rivers, you're
our pools typically take a little longer.
I've seen your houses. I've seen this man's houses. Together, collaboratively, easy for me to say what you've done with some of these projects, seeing your unbelievable master craftsmanship, and then your pools, they come together. They really, really do mold well together. I love seeing you guys form this partnership. Always a pleasure. David, Mike, let's do this again soon. I want to come like do the show on the road again at one of these pools too. That's a good idea. I won't put my bathing suit on.
I'd like to share with the realtor program.
Okay.
If there's realtors out that want us to build their
go
pools,
ahead.
Forward is the information. We pay up to 3%. Totally legal. It's a referral. We're not on the HUD. I'm a licensed realtor too. We're not on the HUD. We pay a 3% commission. You send me a $150,000 pool. It could be $4,500 to you. You don't drive them, you don't close them, you don't show homes.
Really?
That's how we work. Because I would be designing that pool, not a designer. So I have the luxury or the affordability to pay a high referral fee.
Did you hear that, real estate agents? Wow. We've never had an offer like that.
Did you offer that in our camp?
Yeah.
No.
What does Mike get? No, I'm just kidding. What does Mike get out of this deal? Awesome. Great to see you, as always. See you guys very soon, okay? Look, if you're looking to get a pool, I think that you got to check these guys out. They do a great job. I know they do a great job because all their customers are happy. Quick break. You have real estate continues.
Have you been threatened by the IRS? You are not helpless. You have the power to fight wage garnishments and fight levies on your accounts. I'm Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life.
Welcome back to the show. Affordability remains a concern for families right now when it comes to purchasing real estate, and I think maybe you're missing the boat in some ways on Ocala, Marion County, that whole part of northern Florida. You can still get a good deal. Just ask my good friend Elisha Lopez, Ocala Realty World. Hello, Elisha. How are you?
Good.
You even talked about Levy County the other day. This part of Florida is so beautiful, but also the prices are still more reasonable.
Yeah, they are. They're still about 40% less than the rest of Central Florida.
And I like what you do up there and all of your agents, really. And I've had a lot of people from Central Florida now who are getting on a list with Elisha. And all you have to do is QR code, which is on the screen, get on her list. And then when something comes up for sale, she can give it to you immediately. And voila, there you have it, whether it's for investment or for buying a house for your family. And you have cultivated such a great culture at Ocala Realty World, really emphasizing training, which I think is so important, because at the end of the deal, in a real estate deal, you just want to get to the finish line. Everyone wants to get to the finish line. Deals fall apart left and right now because there are some bad agents out there, and I think there are agents that have not had any good training. How important is agent training and the agent that you choose to your real estate transaction?
That's the most important. It really makes or breaks the deal, because without experience and knowing how to navigate through all the issues on a transaction, a buyer or seller can be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and there are a lot of changes in real estate now. Allegedly, I don't really feel them yet, but I think maybe now choosing the right agent could be more important than ever to really navigate these new waters.
Yeah, so a deal that I have going on right now with the buyers, they only qualify for $225. So we had to actually find them something that was less than what they qualified for to put closing costs on top, because the market is so tight, and it was really an as-is property. But because of my experience and knowing how to navigate those situations, we were able to get the deal done as a FHA deal on a property that most would never even attempt to do as FHA.
Yeah, you've been around for a while up at Ocala as well, won every award imaginable for real estate agents, where you've developed a lot of relationships with other realtors, real estate agents as well. How important is your relationship with other agents on the other side of the deal and getting that transaction to the finish line?
That's so important, because you want, when you're the listing agent, you want when a contract comes through from a buyer's agent that is professional and you'll be able to work together, the deal is going to go a lot smoother. But if either side, and then the other side is problem maker instead of a problem solver, that's a problem.
It's the same thing in law. Sometimes I'll have a new case and then I get a letter from the other lawyer and just completely rude right out of the gate. I'm like, oh, here we go. Yeah. It's very similar in real estate in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah, exactly the same.
But what I've noticed is a lot of times when someone comes out of the gate just swinging, being rude, it's either showing their inexperience or just like their own personal problems or something like that. And you have to kind of know how to overcome that in law. I think it's the same in real estate.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But whether you're working with a seller or a buyer, your ability to overcome that through relationships, negotiation, whatever, can really either kill the deal or get that deal done and closed and your client being happy. Right?
Oh yeah.
It's crazy out there. I don't know. Why are some people just mean right out of the gate? It's weird to me.
Yeah, they're just, like you said, that's how they are in their personal life too. So it just rolls right over into business.
Oh, the same people who go to Chili's and complain about the chicken being dry. They're just going to complain about everything no matter what. Yeah, we see a number of those. Investing in the Ocala area. And when I say Ocala, I really don't even mean just Ocala. I mean, I don't even know how to describe that part of Florida, but it's kind of northern-ish Florida, Ocala, Marion County, Sumter, that whole area is such a beautiful place to live. I know you and your husband moved from Miami. You were visiting Miami the other day. How has living in that part of Florida changed your life and your family's life?
Our sanity is a lot, it's more calm. My husband, being humid, they're naturally high-strung. So.
I did not say this. I want to be very clear for the record.
But yeah, he's totally fine with that. But so it helps him to, slow it down a little bit. Because when you're down there in the city and everything's so fast, it's natural just to go, go, go. And sometimes that's not so good at your system.
Yeah, exactly. Here's what I want you to do. All right, QR code on the screen right now, or call the phone number on the screen. Whether you're looking at investing in real estate or buying a home for your family, Elisha Lopez will show you exactly what's going on up in the northern part of Florida. Great bang for your buck, and really just a wonderful community and a wonderful place to invest as well. Airbnbs are going crazy up there. Excellent job as always. And you're happy to do that, right? Put them on a list?
Oh, absolutely.
Like the little pocket listing. Everyone loves a pocket listing.
Yes, and then they get me. I don't pass them on to someone, they get me.
And you get her directly. Excellent job, Elisha Lopez. Wonderful thank you to all of our guests today. My amazing crew, you crushed it as always. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.